Hello, my friends, and happy weekend. I wanted to talk today about the importance of taking stock of where you are right now in your life. And the reason I say that is because sometimes we tend to either go to the past and stay in the past and ruminate and brood and analyze, or even romanticize the past a little bit. And so we just kind of get stuck there sometimes. And on the flip side of that, sometimes we think about the future too much. We worry or we project things onto the future that we have no idea that's even realistic or not. And we tend to kind of live in the future. So, in between those two things, and there's nothing wrong with thinking about the past and learning from the past. And of course, there's nothing wrong with planning and dreaming and having goals and a vision for the future. But in between those two things, there's where we're at right now. And I think sometimes we forget about the importance of doing that for a number of different reasons. Sometimes we don't like where we're at right now. And so we're trying to escape from that or try to figure out a way to get out of that situation, which is obviously really healthy and what we want to do. And sometimes we just think that where we're at isn't quote unquote good enough, or it's not where we really want to be. And what I'm encouraging you to do is to take stock of where you're at right now. And because I think no matter what, there's always gifts, there's always opportunities, and there's always lessons in where we are right now. And I think also acknowledging where you are right now is really important as well. And just saying, yes, owning it. I'm here right now. Maybe I'm not 100% happy with where I am right now, but that's okay. I'm going to give myself some grace and some compassion. And I'm going to start figuring out how I got here and maybe how I can start untangling some of those things. I think it's also important to acknowledge all the great things that brought us here and all the great things that are going on in your life right now. Because again, sometimes if we're not really happy with where we're at, we tend to forget the good things that are happening in our life as well. So I'm actually working on a new coaching program that I'm really excited about. And it's going to be a 5-step process. And the first step is awareness and acknowledgement of where you're at right now. And just for those reasons, again, because sometimes we get stuck in the past and we are just consumed by overanalyzing what happened and the what ifs and the coulda, shoulda's, that type of thing. Or we project ourselves too far into the future and without even really knowing what that roadmap is to get us there. So think about where you're at right now. Think about what you're grateful for. Think about all the gifts that you have in your life right now and all the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. And that's the other thing when we think about where we are right now and just focus on the present moment, so to speak, we get a little bit more centered and grounded, and we're able just to take a deep breath and think about all the good things that are happening in our lives right now, despite any chaos or problems or challenges that you're facing right now. Because I think that's just reality, and that's just life. So taking a bit of a step back and, like I said, being grateful for all the things that we have and thinking about the things that we can learn from our lives right now as we move forward into the future and into reaching some of our goals and creating some of our action steps to get there. So that's my thinking about today, is just really acknowledging where you're at right now, being aware of where you're at right now, and owning where you are right now, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and giving yourself some grace and empathy and compassion about where you're at right now, knowing that what got you here is yourself and you have the power to make the changes, but that there are also a lot of things that you have to be grateful for. So I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of the weekend, and hopefully this message resonated with you. Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye for now.